Hi everyone, I am Toby, aka Lost Tobo Films. I am the creator / co-founder of the Recruits series. Recruits is a Halo Machinima series. I've been doing this series now for 11 plus years now. So I started when I was quite young. Really, all it was, after school, me and my mates would just go home and record for a bit of fun, really. Every season we developed something a bit more to the overall production value, the way it looks, the visuals, everything. We tried to improve as we went. Season 5 is mental. Cole has helped out tremendously, and without him the show wouldn't be as good as it is now.
Toby and I met when I was working on a different project. At a certain point, I checked out Recruits, and I thought it was really great.
He came and offered me one day about wanting to do Recruits, and I said yes, and he's done amazing work.
It started as a smaller collaboration with just a few tracks, and then it kind of evolved. He sent me episode 15, The Guardian, and I looked at it. My brain was just like, oh, this should go here, and this should go here, and then the scope of it blew up from, I think we had like 4 or 5 tracks to the whole episode, 25 minutes of music or something like that.
You will never work with someone so kind and understanding with your project.
I approach this project like it is a giant summer blockbuster, which is certainly a challenge, but it's really pushed me. It's the type of music that I've always wanted to write, and it's cool to have an opportunity to do that working independently like this. I like to write my themes pretty organically, so when I start out, I kind of go to the bigger moments and write, and then from there, I can kind of extrapolate. And by the time we get to the battle here in episode 16, I've done like probably 40 or so minutes of music combined from this episode and the last one, and it basically writes itself at that point. I have the thematic material, and then I go, okay, how can I make it fit this moment? So it goes from, working from scratch to once those themes are established and have built themselves up organically, it's like playing with Legos. I get to build up a musical language and vocabulary that has meaning if you're paying attention and watching the show. That helps tell that story. I think my favorite theme is probably the Forerunner theme. It's everywhere, and it's super simple, but I think it works really well. Whenever we're talking about like the Forerunner mythology and stuff, I use the bongos and the synths, and that's a lot of fun.
I think what surprised me about the music was how much fluidity the show has now. The transitions from scene to scene, and how more emotion comes up from the characters because of the music supporting it. I never thought that Recruits could get more emotional and more gripping.
Taking dialogue scenes, especially scenes where it's all about exposition, I find that music helps underline the importance of what's happening and also the rhythm of the scene. It's not just for grand epic battles, but it's for a little conversation or an exposition scene or an emotional, heartfelt moment.
My favorite piece of music from episode 16, it has to be the scene where Network approaches the gang after all his old ordeal. He's come back, where he's finally realised he's got to help out, and as he joins up with the gang, he comes out and says, finally, Glitch is his best friend, and he is his orange recruit. And as soon as he says that, Glitch has been waiting years for that moment for Network to say those words. The music behind it really gets me in the gut and the heart. And he's my best friend. The original Recruits theme tune, when it plays out, the nostalgia just rushes through my brain as I hear the strums of the original tune.
The original theme is a short little guitar melody that is now a giant orchestral fanfare. It was important to also go back to the roots of it for this episode, and so Toby and I talked about making that work.
It was just OG Recruits. It was just nice to see that, I think. Music really pulls it into an emotional state where you never thought could go, without it. To just see how both music and dialogue comes together and gives me goosebumps, it improves the show. And that's what surprised me, is that Recruits is once again gone that next level higher because of Cole and all the other elements that we put into this season.
Recruits is a show that has been going on for such a long time, and because of that, you get to really see the growth from where it started to where it is now. It really is, in the truest sense of the word, a passion project. made by people in their free time, trying to create something special. This show is made with love. I think everyone who is waiting to see how it ends is going to be very satisfied. Check out the episode and the album. You can get the album anywhere that you stream your music.
And of course, we've got one more episode to go after this as well, so we've got more work to do with Cole, and I cannot wait. More music to come, and I'm sure he'll do an amazing job, of course.
The final episode of Recruits is coming 2025. I'm very excited to write that music. I cannot wait to share that with you all as well.